Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson, pretty much as a response to a comment that was left on one of my videos. You have a sincere brother that was asking about, I put up a video about, going into the mark of the beast, and people that was getting this here chip, and he basically asked a question dealing on what happens if you get this here chip. All right. And so I wanted to go and pretty much dive all the way into this here mark of the beast in this here lesson, and bring some edification and shine some light on this. All right. So this is Revelation 13 and start at verse 16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. So, this is one of the scriptures that, most people are very familiar with, talking about this here mark of the beast. All right. Talking about he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive this here mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And also that you ain't going to be able to buy or sell, unless you have this here mark. A couple of my different videos, I've touched on the mark of the beast in a lot of different areas and things like that. But, one of the videos I put out, is talking about how, you're not going to really have how they say authentication to a lot of more or less services. Everything is going to turn into a service, just turning on your water faucet in your house to get some, run your bath water is going to be more or less like a service. You're going to have authentication for a lot of these different things, but nevertheless, as we see, as this year's shaping up, starting out, and just looking around and measuring the time diligently, we see that we're about to come onto a system based off of this. All right. The so-called white man is going to want to try to track and, he's going to try to, put a microchip inside of you to be able to track you and all kind of other things as well with this here chip. All right. So let me go into this here word mark to shed some understanding on, where we get this here from. All right. Not only that, I did a video not too long ago about basically the creator of the RFID chip basically said that, after he created it, he was like, oh shit, this is the mark of the beast, And he basically went into the same way we break it down. The same thing. All right. It says the word for mark here is charagma. All right. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the foreheads of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, a sculpture, graven image of idolatrous works. All right. When you jump down here, it says a scratch or etching, i.e. a stamp, a badge of servitude. All right. Sculpture, figure, statue, graven, mark. All right. So just like how they was talking about branding horses or property. All right. When you go out to you go to your grocery store, right? In a parking lot, you see all those vehicles out there. They're all branded, whether they say Ford, Chevy, Honda, whatever. They all branded by the people who so-called own that. You know what I'm saying? That brand. All right. You go inside the grocery store. All right. You walk down the bread aisle, it's all bread, but then the different companies have their bread branded with their, trademark brand name and so on and so forth. All right. Like they also saying you brand horses. All right. You branding your property as far as this is mine. This is what I own. Let me go ahead and put my name on it. Like as a kid, write your name on your paper to see who it is. Same with this so-called white man. He's trying to write his name or put his mark upon all his property, which he, earth giving into the hand of the wicked. He think that he wanted, he trying to enslave every damn body. Put it that way. All right. But nevertheless, this is where, what I'm saying? This is what this here word mark is going into. All right. You can clearly see this is something that's going to be etched or engraved inside of your skin. So when you look at that RFID chip, all right, you can see people actually getting those chips implanted. All right. Which you go into the word implant, putting inside of something. You got to put that up under the skin. In order to put it under the skin, you got to sit there and engrave the skin. All right. Or how do you say, not necessarily say scratch, but make an incision into the skin. All right. Insert this here chip in there. All right. So going back, it says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark or a incision of this here chip into the skin that they, a branding in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't going to be able to move unless you have that. All right. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 you know, 666. You know, when you go back to those barcodes, the original barcodes, you know, you had the 3 6s in those barcodes. All right. And those barcodes was a forerunner of this here system now. All right. The reason that damn near everything, every item has a barcode on it was to see if they could be able to track every damn thing. You see what I'm saying? But how much more in this system they trying to put now? They trying to not only track all the little different items, like you go to the store and buy all these items, they all have barcodes on them. Not just that, the human beings as well too, the cars as well too. They want a damn microchip, all the leaves, every granite saint, and every damn thing. All right. But from there, we're gonna go to Revelation 16, and I'm gonna start at the top. 16:1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worship his image. All right. So what? You're going to wind up, these people that's going to take this RFID chip, man, it's going to ultimately go bad for you. All right. Now I'm going to talk about, it says, he opened his vial and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men. All right. Now, looking into this RFID chip, you know, I put up a video not too long ago about how, like, there's this woman being tortured basically by these damn chips. You know, a lot of people are talking about the torture that they're receiving from getting these damn chips. You know what I'm saying? But not just that, you know, the things, I forgot what it was. I think it's lithium or something like that. You have to go back to that video. I don't even know if it was in a video I uploaded with the creator of that, but just watching the whole his whole dialogue or whatever, whatnot, he was saying one of the things he was against, if I'm not mistaken, was lithium to power these things, because lithium, I forgot why he said he wanted to choose something different to power it with, but nevertheless, they wound up putting the lithium in there, and he wound up asking the doctor, you know, or somebody like that, what would happen if lithium was to spill onto a person? You know, he's like, oh, basically it would probably like burn you and leave you with a sore, you know? So at the same time, man, hey man, you walking around with damn near poison that's going to be, or something detrimental to your health inside of your body at any point in time. You see what I'm saying? So, and we already know what the outcome of these people who take this here chip is. All right, let me get to that. Revelation 14 and 9. All right. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in their foreheads or in their hand. All right. See here, it says forehead or hand, not just the right hand, any hand. All right. Well, basically, you receive this chip anywhere. All right. It says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into his cup of indignation. All right. Now that analogy about the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. Jake like to say we want it straight, no chaser. You know, you drinking liquor, you want it straight, no chaser. Don't cut it. You know, you want the 100% pure product. You know, the Most High is saying the same thing, bro. I'm about to you take this chip, you gonna get the same damn wrath poured out upon you. You know, all gas, no brakes. You know, ain't gonna be no cutting this damn judgment that's coming down on you. All right. It says he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right. And it says, in the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, here is the patience of the saints, and here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. So what? The elect, they're not gonna take that damn chip first and foremost. All right, but nevertheless, going back to these that take this here chip, man, they're gonna catch this here ultimate. This is gonna be the ultimate judgment. All right, they're gonna wind up catching these damn thermonuclear missiles right over here in America. All right, so you know, like it says, their smoke ascended up forever and ever. All right, so going into Babylon's destruction, man. Babylon, the smoke gonna be going up forever and ever. Let me just briefly touch on that. Well, I'll read Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh who judges her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornications and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke and her burning, standing afar off for the fear of torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is her judgment come. All right. So basically, thought there was a spot in here where it was basically saying the smoke was going to send up forever, but basically that's talking about the judgment of America. All right, when America go down, it's going to be thermonuclear missiled up off the face of the earth. All right, and it's going to be, you know, like in 9/11 when the smoke from the towers was going up, you could see the shit from space. Those are just two buildings. All right, how much more when the whole landmass go up in flames? All right, so continuing on, this is Revelation chapter 11, or Revelation 19. I'm gonna start at verse 11. All right. It says, I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he does judge and make war. All right. So this is the time when Yahushua is coming back to make that final war. All right. His eyes were a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself. All right. But nevertheless, you know, all these crowns when judgment day coming. All right. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed with him upon white horses, clothed with fine linen, white and clean. All right, talking about the Yahushua coming back with the host of the angels in these damn chariots. All right, and out of his mouth goeth the sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule over them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness with the wrath of the Almighty power. All right. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right. So, you know, I wanted to read all of that. And, you know, that's always beautiful to read about, you know, Yahushua returning. But nevertheless, given the time frame of when these things is to come to pass, now, you know, when you measure the time diligently, all right, one of the last prophecies of us being on this side is what? Yahushua coming back. All right. And like one of the brothers was saying in his videos, the start of this whole domino effect is going to be what? The RFID chip. All right. We know that the RFID chip got to be still implemented. All right. Jacob's trouble still got to come. All right. World War III still got to come. The chariots got to come full force. And you see what I'm saying? So, but we know that we damn near at the end of these things. All right. Setting that time frame. All right. Verse 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together to the great supper of the Most High, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. So there's that free and bond, both small and great. Again, going back to Revelation 13. All right. Because why? This is that ultimate judgment. All right. All the people everybody about to catch judgment, save the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. All right. These are going to be the same people that's not getting his mark of the beast, but everybody else going to wind up getting it. Because why? Scripture say he causes all to get this. All right. Save the elect. The elect not going to wind up getting this. All right. It says the beast was taken and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. All right. So these are going to be the ones that's going to be deceived. Take this damn RFID chip. And them that worshiped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. And the sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So when Yahushua returned, all right, when judgment day fully come upon this damn earth, man, all you people with this RFID chip, hey, your ass is grass. You know, this is when you're going to start catching it. You know, not to say when you're going to start catching it all, because people are already catching the torment now. All right. But at the end all be all, this is the end all be all for you to take this RFID chip. All right. You know what I'm saying? If Esau don't slowly kill your ass before this time here come, end all be all, you're going to take the chip anyway, and you're going to wind up dying. All right. Some of the ways they selling it to you right now is for a better life and more convenience and this and that. Hey, man, you're only going to be able to so-called soak that up for but a short amount of time, all right? You're not going to be able to live forever, all right? You're not going to be able to, man, that's just not going to, it's just not going to work out for you, man. We already reading what happens if you take this damn chip, man. This is the outcome of all those that take that damn chip, all right? This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that was beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received his mark on their foreheads or in their hands, and lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So Here ones that was beheaded, the martyrs that was beheaded for the testimony. All right, but not just that you had those that did not worship the image of the beast, that did not receive the mark of the beast. All right, so when we're reading in Revelation 13, it says it caused all to get it. All right, but here in Revelation 20, there's going to be some that's not going to get it. All right, and the ones that's not going to get it, all right, is going to be the elect, basically. All right, this is Revelation 15:2. It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, and stood on the glass of sea, having the harps of the Most High. All right, and again, this is talking about the elect, the 144,000, you know, 1/3 and 144,000. These are the ones that got the victory, all right, over the beast and over his image and over his mark. All right, they didn't take the mark of the beast. All right, there's going to be some men that the Most High have ordained not to take that their chip. All right, pray you be one of those men. All right. Okay, actually, let me go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, all right, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, all right. And so, you know, why it's important to go into these here words, because we reading in English here, all right, they use the word mark here, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, all right. So these men is about to get a mark on their forehead. Well, you know, if you was unlearned and you was reading in Revelation, they say, oh, wait a minute, you're going to get a mark on your forehead or on your right hand. We don't want this mark. All right. That's the same word, a mark. Mark is a mark. This is why it's important to go into these here words. All right. So like I went into the word mark in Revelation. Let me just do that one more time for edification's sake. Because here in English, we read the same word. All right. But in the how do I say, the translation, these aren't the same words. All right. So here in Revelation 13:16, this is in a Greek language, which is the word charagma. All right, like I went into earlier, which means basically it's an imprinted or engraved or something that's put inside of you. You know what I'm saying? A graven mark. All right. But in English, like I said, that's the same word, mark, M-A-R-K. Right. So going back to Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. All right. And they said they was gonna put it in your right hand and your forehead. You know, you're in a low level. Like, just make sure we don't get a mark in our hand or in our forehead. Right. But here, Ezekiel 9:4 says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right. Again, there's the same word mark there in English. All right. But this word here, mark, is not the same word. Obviously, we was reading in Greek earlier. In the Old Testament, this would be Hebrew. But nevertheless, it's a different word to begin with. All right. So we're going to go down to the word mark, which is a word called tav. All right. It says a desire, a mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. All right. So basically, this is that mark of judgment. All right. This is that seal of the Most High that we read about. We'll read about where it says they had the seal of the living power in their foreheads. All right. Basically, it's the knowledge and understanding of these things. All right. Basically, like knowing that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? The men of the Lord know that. They know not to take these things. All right. Because the Most High installed all this so-called programming into our minds that we know better. All right. So that would be that mark upon their foreheads. They have this understanding, this breakdown. They know all these things is coming to pass. They're not going to be fooled and deceived by all these different things. All right. Like we was reading in Revelation, some the ones that these were the ones that was not deceived by the beast and all of that stuff and didn't take his mark. All right. But nevertheless, it says Ezekiel 9:4, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark or an exemption from judgment. All right. Which the judgment is going to be given out basically at the end of the day to all those that take the mark of the beast, because everybody's going to want to taking it. All right. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right. And that's what we're doing right now in the highways and the byways and in these video epistles, letting you know what's coming to pass, giving you warning, telling you to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you any pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient of men that were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew the city. So again, I was reading in Revelation about how Yahweh was saying, look, to the birds and all that, come to this feast that I prepared unto you. All right. Basically, it's going to be a all you can eat buffet. You know what I'm saying? More or less to say, like, it's going to be killing on all sides. Because of why? Everybody saved except for the 144,000 and the 1/3 going to get this RFID chip. And they're going to all be slated to be put to death. All right. So, again, here you were reading about how the men of the Lord was going to have this mark of exemption put on them, but everybody else was going to wind up catching this here judgment. All right. So going into that mark of exemption, and we can close out Revelation 7. Let's find out who these men are. Obviously, they're in the highways and the byways, sighing and crying for the abominations that be done thereof. All right. This is Revelation 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw an angel standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the seed, nor any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels whom it was given to hurt the earth. So basically destruction is coming. All right. But this other angel is coming saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right. Again, this ain't necessarily talking about no RFID chip or nothing like that. It's the Most High giving his men that understanding, all right, to raise up the prophets. All right. He giving a testimony unto the elect. All right. Sealing them with his wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of their time in that day. All right. Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. All right. So these are going to be the ones that's going to wind up not taking the RFID chip. And there were sealed 144,000. There's only 144,000 people. Well, there's more than that, but 144,000 people. All right. That's not going to take this here chip, but they're going to what? All the tribes of the children of Israel. They're going to all be of the children of Israel. All right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Then we also got the confusion of faces. So we jump down. Verse 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. All right. So basically, again, like you might have some, we say the so-called Negroes is, the tribe of Judah, right? So-called black people, right? That look like so-called black, not to say they look like so-called black people. You might have some people from the tribe of Judah who's supposed to be the so-called black man looking like straight Chinese people. All right. So like I said, look, all these people are going to come from the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but also to the ones that scattered abroad, the confusion of faces as well, the 1/3. They're not going to always look just like, typical Jake. Because in reality, all the Jake was so-called black people to begin with. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, the whole majority of the nation of Israel don't look like Jake. The Northern Kingdom, they don't look like how Jake's supposed to be looking off rip. You know what I'm saying? So how much more the ones that's still scattered abroad around the rest of these nations? All right. Like I said, you might have some of us that's scattered, or you definitely got some of us that's scattered in China that would be looking like the Chinese people. You got some of them that's scattered here in America that look like so-called white people. All right. But nevertheless, let me continue on reading about this 144,000. All right. We're going to close out after this. Revelation 14:1. And lo, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, which we just read, having the Father's name written in their foreheads. This is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, these breakdowns. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the beast and the elders. And no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. All right. So they're talking about these 144,000 is going to be the ones that's redeemed from the earth, going back into the ones that received that mark exemption from judgment. All right. So long story short, man, so-called white man is going to implement this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, that everybody's going to have to take this damn chip, which he's going to force everybody to take it, save the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3, all of the children of Israel. Of course, you're going to have some people that look so-called Chinese, white, Indian, whatever, whatnot. There's confusion of faces, are people that scattered abroad. But nevertheless, these are all going to be the Israelites. All right. The Most High has already have it ordained who's going to take this chip and who's not going to take this chip. All right. It's already according to the Most High's will. All right. So, just pray, Lord willing, that your lot is a lot of one of these elect, and the men is going to be saved. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to get this RFID chip. All right. Because in all reality, you can't change your lot in your position and your predicament of what you're going to be in. All right. If the Most High from the foundations of the earth created you to take this RFID chip, that's what you're going to wind up doing. All right. But from the foundations of the earth, if the Most High created you to be redeemed up out of Babylon the Great, that's what's going to happen. All right. So this is the patience of the faith of the saints. This is what we patiently waiting on. And this is what we have faith in. All right. You know what I'm saying? And we also pray that we could be, found worthy in that day. All right. So that we don't or that you know, he how do I say, he keep us in the hour of temptation, that we don't wind up you know, getting weak and, oh, we need to eat and whoop-de-whoop, let me go get this RFID chip just to eat. No. Only, you know, the elect and the 1/3, they're going to be the only ones that's not taking this RFID chip. But to the rest of those that take the RFID chip, all right, you got nothing but torture and plagues and death coming to your ass, all right? You take that chip, like right now, there's some people right now with the chip in them that's had it for a couple years. They being tortured and tormented all the days long. I did a video on that not too long ago, a couple videos on that. But nevertheless, you know, the ultimate end all be all for your ass is you're gonna catch a damn thermonuclear missile, all right? And how do you say the government can track your ass with these smart missiles? You're a walking target that you can't, you know what I'm saying? They connected to your ass to end all be all anyway, so you ain't gonna be able to you know, flee from that destruction, all right? But again, like I said, pray that you're allowed us to be one of these men that's gonna be redeemed from the earth, all right? That you don't take this RFID chip, all right? But with that, Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And citation and much love for you, I can push this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.